It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBSports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
From Rich Giolella Field, we welcome you to Monday afternoon CBC Baseball here on the WBCB Sports Network, where today the 5-10 West Windsor-Plainsboro South Pirates get set to take on the 7-9 Steinert Spartans. Hello and welcome, everybody. Alongside the Mercer County Hall of Famer Rich Fisher, I'm Jordan Hirsch. And Fish, today we've got a matchup of two teams looking to bounce back from losses over the weekend as they both look to make a late season push as we get closer and closer to tournament time. And thank goodness they get to even take the field today because the rain has moved out and we are set for a ball game here in Hamilton.
Yeah, we could be the only game in town. I mean, a lot of these games were getting canceled today, and so this might be it. Steiner has tarps that they put down, which kind of helps get these games going along. And you're right, in the big scheme of things, this game, the winner can pick up some power points for the state tournament. But other than that, the division's decided, the CVC tournament, they came out today, so it doesn't have to do anything with CVC seedings. We'll get to that in a little bit. But you're absolutely right. Both teams want to start winning more consistently heading into the conference tournament. Steiner coming off a 7-1 loss to Lawrence. They had two straight wins before that. South is coming off a 5-2 loss to Shawnee. They've gone 2-2 in the last 4 games after a 7-game losing streak. So, maybe they're turning it around. On the mound for West Windsor, junior Xander Rudisil. Steiner goes with his own junior, right-hander Joe Maglione. Rudisil's 2-3 and has really fallen on hard times since winning his first 2 decisions. After allowing 1 run in his first 13 innings, he's been touched for 22 earned runs in his last 4 starts, and the season ERA is 6.19. He certainly hopes to turn things around against a Steiner team that has struggled offensively. So, he might be taking solace in that matter. Maglione's making his 5th start of the season, his 8th appearance. He's Steinert's winningest pitcher, 4-2 record among the Spartans' 3 hurlers who have thrown over 20 innings. He's got the lowest ERA at 1.27, second on the team with 20 Ks. He's been very consistent. Like so many Steiner pitchers, he's 6'3", he's long and lean. He can be a little intimidating on the mound with his size. He has a good mix of pitches. Offensively, the Pirates have some big-time threats. Old Dominion commit Bennett Siegel. He's senior center fielder, hitting .533, 7 doubles, a triple, home run, and 11 RBIs. He can use all fields while he's at the plate. Rudisil, Rader, Jonah Kassoff, all over 300, but the averages drop pretty severely after that. Steinert's struggling to get out of his offensive doldrums that's just been there all year. Leadoff man Dom DeFrancis, the only regular hitting over 300. Transfer Eric Green starting to hit. Since he's moved into the starting lineup, he's 5 for 14, a .357 average. There's a few 280s and 290s and several sub-200. I'll tell you what, Jordan, the key for Steiner today, put the ball in play. The Spartans have struck out 123 times in 392 at-bats. That means they fanned 31% of the times they've been up. But if they can put the ball in play, they would have a chance because this West Windsor defense has been very porous this year. The Pirates, 125 runs allowed, 43 have been unearned. That's 34% of their runs are unearned. So if Steiner can put its bat on the ball, put the ball in play, they could maybe exploit that a little. We mentioned the CVC tournament. We'll just right now, we'll give you these two teams. Steiner got an 8th seed and will host 9th-seeded Hamilton. Hamilton West this Friday, always a great matchup. And West Windsor is the 11th seed. They visit 6th-seeded Hopewell. We'll run through all the seedings and dates later. Right now, the national anthem.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. 1490 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Today's game on WBCB is being brought to you by Team Toyota, Kessel Dermatology, the Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, Saul Funeral Homes, the Hamilton Township School District, the New Jersey Education Association, Chris Auto Body, the Hamilton Township Education Association, Blend Restaurant, Haldeman Ford, the Hamilton Township Division of Health, Saul Funeral Homes, the Trentonian, the Italian People's Bakery, the Trenton Thunder, and Hyundai of Trenton. We welcome you back here to Rich Gialella Field, campus of Steinert High School, where right now the junior Joe Maglione is getting his warm-up tosses in, taking a look at the West Windsor South lineup that he will face today. It'll be the second baseman Jonah Kassoff, followed by center fielder Bennett Siegel and pitcher Xander Rudisil. Matt Rader, the first baseman, bats cleanup, followed by left fielder Thor Bernheisel, and third baseman Nihan Pala. The bottom three, the right fielder Henry Ham, shortstop Nicky Caraba, and the catcher Aiden Bukima. And they're going to face Joe Maglione, who enters today's game with a 4-2 record, an ERA of 1.27. It's the lowest ERA on the Steinert squad among pitchers who have at least 20 innings of work under their belt. He has struck out 20 and walked only 4 in 27 2/3 innings.
Yeah, that's been a big key. Keeping those runners off base, not walking guys, always huge.
Last time out for Maglione was on April 29th at Trenton. Went the distance, a complete game shutout, allowed just 4 hits, and tied his career high with 6 strikeouts.
And
the first pitch of this game to Jonah Kassoff is a fastball on the outer edge. We're underway here from Rich Gialella Field with an 0-1 count.
Yeah, and Brian Gialella always likes to play little word games with his starting pitchers, as you know. He had none for Maglione today, so he did the next best thing. He looked up the word Maglione, and it is Maglione is an Italian men's sweater.
Well, Maglione's going to induce a ground out. The first batter he faces.
In Italian,
number 22,
Maglione means sweater, any kind of knitted pullover or jersey. So if you're looking to come up with a nickname for Maglione, just call him Sweater.
It is sweater weather here today after a week of it being in the 70s and 80s. Tad cooler with overcast skies and rain in the area. We do think we're going to be able to get this game in.
Do we? I mean, I know there's rain in the forecast here for 4 o'clock. I'm worried that we're going to get this thing going and it's going to start pouring.
We're taking a look at the radar. It looked like the heaviest stuff had moved out earlier as Bennett Siegel grounds this one foul down the first baseline.
Oh, you're quite the little optimist, aren't you?
I try to be. It was raining pretty good about maybe 45 minutes ago. Right now, I think just spitting a little as the wind blows out to right. The 1-1. Foul tipped and hung on to by Condurso behind home plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes to Bennett Siegel. Committed to Old Dominion. He'll be headed down to Norfolk next year. Putting together just one heck of a season as Siegel, hitting .533. Easily the tops on the team.
Yeah, one of the tops in the county, if not the tops. I haven't seen any county stats, but he's got to be up there.
Yeah, and for Bennett Siegel, that .533 average is actually down from where it was about a week ago. He's hitless in his last 3. His average was at .649 before this little skid. The count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to the senior.
Oh, you're right, pal. They must have downgraded this forecast because
3-2 pitches upstairs, ball 4.
it looked like before, it looked like it was going to pour at this time, but now it's just 15% chance of rain between now and well, then it goes to 37%, but the next 3 hours is only 15%. So we may get some sprinkles, but I don't know. Maybe Jam and Jordan's prediction will ring true.
All right, now the field does look to be in pretty good shape. They were putting the diamond dry on it up to about 20 minutes before first pitch. So first pitch now to Xander Rudisil is a breaking ball down and in. Xander Rudisil this season hitting .326 with a slugging percentage of .651. There are some pretty impressive numbers at the top of this Pirates order. This one's popped up on the infield. Joey Ditta, the shortstop, makes the call. Fight in the wind and drops it. They're going to have a play at second, and they're going to end up getting Siegel there. So it ends up being no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
Mentioned the wind blowing a little bit out to right, and I think Ditto fell victim to that right there.
Little unconventional 6-4 put out, fielder's choice.
So here's Matt Rader, who's been one of the hottest hitters on this Pirates team. 5-game hit streak. He's hit in 8 of his last 9. And he starts out behind in the count, no balls and a strike.
Yeah, you're right, Jordan. I mean, this lineup is ferocious, the top 4. If you can work your way through this, I mean, it drops a lot after that.
Throw over to first, and Rudisil's back standing up. West Windsor South team began the season 3-1, but they've lost 9 of their last 11 since. At the beginning of the year, they were really getting production offensively, scoring a boatload of runs. As the runner goes, pitch is taken down low, and Condurso has no shot. Didn't have a good grip on that baseball, and it's a stolen base for Rudisil.
Yeah, he kind of double pump there and everything else.
It's his team leading 6th swiped bag of the season. Counts a ball and a strike, and now Condurso wants a word with Maglione. They're talking a little bit about West Windsor South and their offense. Started out, they were lighting the world on fire offensively, averaging up over 6 runs a game at one point. Last 7 games, though, they're averaging just 3.9 runs a contest.
Well, you know, and you got to tighten up defensively. You could score all the runs in the world, but ooh, took something off that one.
Yeah, nice-looking slider had Rader way out in front. The count's a ball and 2 strikes to the West Windsor South cleanup hitter. Rader 8 for his last 14 during this 5-game hit streak. The 1-2 slider caught the inside corner and a called strike 3.
He was dealing there.
No runs, no hit. 1 man left for Steinert in the top of the first. Their bats coming up to the dish in the bottom half of this inning when we come back here on WBCB.
Hi, this is Dr. Rocco, Superintendent of Hamilton Township School District. I'd like to wish all of our student athletes and coaches a great spring sports season, and I'd like to wish all of our HTSD students success in the remainder of the school year.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
Chris Auto Body has been offering complete auto body repairs for over 60 years. They make it easy and simple, from small dents to major accidents, glass replacement, and detailing. Chris Auto Body, locally owned and operated with 3 locations in Fairless Hills, Lambertville, and New Hope. And today's game is brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association, who would like to take this opportunity to wish all of our students the best of luck this school term. We're proud to support you. This message brought to you by the Hamilton Township Education Association. No score as we head to the bottom of the first here from Steinert High School. Xander Rudisil has taken the mound for the Pirates. He's getting his warm-up tosses in. The lineup he's going to face today looks like this. It's the shortstop Joey Ditta leading it off, followed by right fielder Jack Pirelli and designated hitter Eric Green. The left fielder Remy Feniello bats cleanup, followed by first baseman Chase Porcella and third baseman Jace Marr. The bottom three are the catcher Vinny Condurso, second baseman Stephen Wright, and the center fielder John Copera, as they take on the junior Xander Rudisil, who's thrown a team-high 564 pitches this year in 26 innings. His ERA, not that pretty, though, 6.19 on the season. Has struck out 29 in those 26 innings, but the real kicker fish, 32 walks.
Yeah, that's going to hurt you every single time. And, when you're going against a team that is struggling like Steinert, the last thing you want to do is walk guys, and you're just giving them chances to score. So he's got to clean that up today. Steinert, looks like Brian Giolella shaking up his lineup a little bit. Stephen Wright, John Capera, we haven't seen them in the starting lineup much, have we?
Yeah, they both came in for defense and pinch hit opportunities on Saturday in the game we did against Lawrence.
Yeah, but I don't think they've started much.
Not typically regulars. You'll see Gavin Giolella and Dom DeFrancis in there more often than not. We talk about his walks for Rudisil. Last time out on April 30th in a loss against Pennington, gave up 6 walks in just 3 innings. First pitch to Ditta, way up and in for ball 1.
I mean, I'm curious why DeFrancis is not playing, because he's their only 300 hitter right now. He's hitting 303. So, not sure what the situation is there.
Now Steinert, they do have 4 games this week, so maybe just trying to get some guys some rest. They have 3 in a row starting today, and then that game against Hamilton West in the first round of the CVC tournament on Friday afternoon.
Well, that's the one that counts. One thing you won't see Steinert do there, they won't alter their rotation to
Did a squares and takes a ball up high. It's 3-0.
They won't alter their rotation to try to get like a Mason Grant in as the starter for Friday. They just go with their regular rotation. One guy, next guy, next guy. I mean, it should be Mason Grant, and then somebody else is going to have to get a start this week too, but besides the regular 3.
It's worked out pretty well for them, considering the team ERA currently sits at 188.
Yeah.
Count 3 balls and 1 strike to the leadoff hitter, Joey Ditta. The pitch. Fastball upstairs for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk. And now Jack Pirelli will come up with a runner on and no one out.
Well, you pointed it out, and we said he can't do it, and that's what he did. Walk a guy.
Rudisil, he's walked at least 5 batters in his last 4 appearances.
Tom Orgerio, the home plate umpire.
Throw it to first.
The same Tom Orgerio I thought was at Nottingham last week, and when I remember I was looking at the back of that guy's head.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
You look a little similar.
Until they turn around.
It's an understandable mistake, as that one's delivered just above the letters. It's 1 ball, no strikes on Pirelli.
Thanks, pal. You always got my back.
Always got your back whenever you try to look at somebody from the back.
Yes.
Figure out who they are.
You got my back on the back. That's right.
Jack Pirelli takes down and in for a ball, looking to extend his current 4-game hit streak and 7-game on-base streak. Ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes against Rudisil. The throw over to first, not in time. For Xander Rudisil, he started out the season very nicely. He had 19 strikeouts in his first 13 innings of work, and since then in his last 4 outings, just 10 Ks and 26 walks during that span.
Yeah,
now 27, including the one today. This one's bounced towards first. Up with it, Rader goes to second. It's low, and it cannot be dug out by Caraba, and everybody's safe.
Well, the 2 things that West Windsor has been killed by, walks and errors, and now we've seen 1 of each in the first 2 at-bats.
It was a bit of a low throw that time, but it didn't skip up there, so we're going to go E6.
If it skipped, did it skip or was it?
I don't think it skipped. I think it just went in and out of his glove.
Yeah, go E6.
We're getting word here from our PA man that it should be E3. Either way, it's an error, and now there's 2 aboard for Eric Green. Green had himself a ground rule double in the first inning of Saturday's game against Lawrence.
Yeah, he's starting to feel it a little more now, getting a few at-bats. West Windsor, you think maybe they could have gone to first and gotten the Shore out there, but they had him at second. It just didn't execute.
Green gets the bunt down. It's nicely placed. Rudisil bare hands and throws to first. And they're going to call him out, I believe, as Jonah Kassoff, who was covering from second base, I don't know if he didn't know where he was on the field. He was a couple steps away from the bag, did get there in time. And it works as a sacrifice.
Yeah, first base coach Stinger Hastings not happy. He thought he was safe. They're going to talk about it.
They're going to talk about it very quickly
and
uphold the call. So here's Remy Feniello, the cleanup hitter, with 2 out there in scoring position. Feniello this season hitting .286. He's got a team-high 9 RBIs. First pitch takes a slider down and away. Feniello has hit safely in 12 of 16 games this season. Started the year on a 7-game hit streak. Also has picked up RBIs in 4 of his last 6. Looking to make it 5 of his last 7. The 1-0 is a fastball taken high for ball 2.
Yeah, he got a big opportunity for Steinert to jump out on top.
Another Spartan ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes, and Feniello wants time. Both of these teams very busy this week. Mentioned Steinert with 4 games. West Windsor South has the same thing. They play again on Wednesday, Thursday, and then they've got their first CVC tournament game on Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
2-0 pitch is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike.
You get some of those rain-out games, and then you got to make them up. I'm guessing some of these games must have been rain-out games. I mean, why would you schedule 4 games on a week that you're having a CVC tournament game?
Long look in for Rudisil. The 2-1 pitch is hit foul and out of play. Yeah, and for West Windsor South, they're going to have to do something with their originally scheduled game against South Brunswick on Friday.
Well, sometimes that depends on how both teams are doing. I mean, I don't know what South Brunswick record is or anything like that, but if they're riding high in a state tournament or something, they sometimes just forget those games.
This one's fisted out toward shallow center. Siegel coming on, still coming, makes the grab. Runner tagging from third, and he's just going to draw the throw. So Joey Didda has to retreat, and now it's 2 on with 2 outs, and rule that one not deep enough to score the runner. If Siegel's throw looked like it was going to chase Bukima a little bit up the line, but
yeah, I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised. Brian Giolella, he's a pretty aggressive third base coach, and you know what I think that is? I think that's a respect for Siegel's arm. But Siegel was coming in, and he didn't really get set to get planted to make a good strong throw. And the throw, if he had sent him, he would have scored because the throw was up the first baseline. But sometimes that's a respect for a kid's reputation.
Count now, no balls and 1 strike on the 5-hole hitter Chase Porcella. Looking for a big 2-out hit to start the scoring. Takes a fastball away for ball 1.
I mean, to be honest, I think Siegel did a nice job getting to that ball. That looked like it was falling pretty quick.
Yeah, and I will say this. The flag out there in right center field doesn't look like it's moving too much, but that ball certainly, I mean, it had some slice to it towards right center field, but
yep.
You're right. Siegel had to come a long way to get that one.
And that is where the wind is blowing, too.
1-1. That one comes through the back door for a called strike. It's 1-2. So now Xander Rudisil with a chance to work around some early trouble.
Yeah, that's another reason I'm surprised GLL didn't send him, because they struggled so much to score runs that got to try to take chances, I think.
Porcella just a 100 hitter this season. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball just missed. Yeah, Porcella this season, 3 hits in 30 at-bats, all of them singles. He's struck out 14 times, which is 3rd on the squad. Got a chance to give Steinert the lead in the first. The 2-2 offering. Breaking ball. Checked his swing. No swing. There's not going to. Well, now there's going to be a very late appeal, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, I don't think he went. Ball was just up a little.
Open base at first, and Jace Marr is in the on-deck circle. On a 3-2, Porcella lines it foul and out of play. We'll do it again. Steinert offense that's been struggling to score runs all season. In fact, Saturday's 7-1 loss against Lawrence was the 6th time since April 5th that they've scored 2 or fewer runs in a game.
Yeah.
Rain's starting to pick up a little bit. Rudisill trying to get out of this early jam. The 3-2 is way upstairs, and now they're loaded with 2 down for Marr.
Well, and that's why, you know, we say it every time Steinert gets a scoring opportunity. They got to cash in because they don't get a lot of opportunities. So when they do, they have to make the most of them. You know, we saw a killer the other day with that 5th inning. They were down 5-0, got a run and loaded the bases, and were a hit from getting back into it and hit into a double play.
Jace Marr this season, he's hitting .290 with an OPS a tick over 700. And that first one goes to the backstop.
Wow.
Coming on home is Dida. They're going to say, they're saying the ball made contact with something. Was it his bat or was it his helmet is the question.
This will be interesting.
The home plate umpire pointed immediately. Man, if they say this hit the bat and it's a foul ball, nope, they're going to say it's hit by pitch. So Dida will cross the plate, this time for real. Steps on it with a little emphasis, and it's 1-0 Steinert.
Tell you what, I'd love to, if these guys were heads of companies, I'd love to go to their board meetings, these 2 umps. Their conferences with each other last about 7 seconds.
Yeah, they'd be the company where it's like every Zoom meeting that could be an email actually would be an email.
Yeah.
Very economical with some of these gatherings. As the batter now is the catcher Vinny Condurso, a chance to add on. As the rain falling about as hard as it has since at least we got here. First pitch from Rudisill to Condurso. Slider that catches the outer corner for a called strike.
Once again, control problems, giving Rudisill a problem.
Condurso this season hitting just .087, and that one's going to hurt as he fouls it off of his left leg.
Tony Piscata trying to get the crowd fired up with the Rocky theme. When I say crowd, that I'm using that term very loosely.
It gets us fired up in here.
Oh, does it? Oh.
At least for me. Big 0-2 pitch is a fastball and a called strike 3. So good morning, good afternoon, good night. 1 run does score on no hits as Steinert leaves them loaded here in the first. They hold a 1-run lead. We'll go to the second here on WBCB.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers great cosmetic dermatology featuring the latest technology in cosmetics, including Morpheus 8 for skin tightening and scars, ultraviolet A and B light treatment for psoriasis, eczema, and itching. Kessel Dermatology now offers Genesis and XLV laser treatments for wrinkles, facial discoloration, scars, and hair removal. Kessel Dermatology provides Botox and fillers. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Hi, I'm Sean Spiller, President of the New Jersey Education Association. On behalf of the 200,000 educators in all of our public schools, we wish all of our student athletes the very best luck in today's competition. We would also like to recognize the students in our public schools who participate in extracurricular activities, like the school play, robotics class, or the marching band. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation. When parents, schools, and educators work together, our students are the winners. New Jersey Education Association supports our great public schools.
$14.90 WBCB Levittown and Trenton, and video stream live at WBCBsports.com. Your home for the best local sports in Bucks and Mercer counties.
Back here from Rich Giolella Field, the rain continues to fall as Steinert holds a 1-0 lead. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up in this West Windsor South order. Thor Bernheisel, Nihan Pala, and Henry Ham on to face Joe Maglione out there for his second inning of work. Worked around a 1-out walk last inning. Picked up a strikeout. And I think Vinny Condurso just wanted to dry off something in the dugout. We took a look at the radar in between innings, and it's going to be raining here for a little bit. One more band coming on through. First pitch from Maglione, fastball over just above the knees, called strike one.
Yeah, now the key is, will they be able to play through this, or are they going to have to pull them off the field, and then we wait around, and then they come out and fix the field again, and this could become a mess.
Maglione, he's working quickly. The 0-2 pitch, chopped foul. Maglione was working pretty hastily there in the first inning. I think now that the rain has started to fall, he's just, get me that baseball back and let's go.
Well, a lot of these Steinert, we saw Mason Grant the same way. These guys like to get it and throw. They're quick workers, and you know what? That gets them in a groove. That gets them in a rhythm. And, you know, sometimes the other team, West Windsor, might have to just step out, and slow him down. Get him out, try to get him out of rhythm.
1-2 pitch sails over the head of Bernheisel, and it's 2-2. I think you see that a lot more in high school now, Fish. Of course, no pitch clock here, but for any of these kids who are going to be moving on up the ranks playing in college, you're going to have to deal with that pitch clock.
Right.
Count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball right back to the box. Maglione has it. He'll underhand toss to first, and there's one away.
Now batting number 7.
It's not looking good out there, is it?
No, they're starting to become not necessarily puddles, but you could see at least back behind third, and I think back behind second as well is where you're going to see the ponding.
Ponding? You college guys, you're very smart.
It's that rider education.
I'm telling you.
Finished up my classes this week. Just got to deal with finals now.
Oh, all right. Very good.
As Pala pops the first one foul. It's 0-1.
I just saw on Twitter that my college, Point Park University, is the #1 seed in their region in the Division II tournament. So we are traditionally, we're not a well-known school, but we are a baseball powerhouse. Before in NAIA, now in Division II.
Got a chance to be put on the map over the next couple of weeks, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, we were put on the map back in the 70s or the 80s. A guy named John Stuper pitched for us, and he ended up winning a World Series game for the Cardinals in 1982. So,
see, that's more impressive than just saying ponding, I think. That's why people tune in.
I don't think Stoop ever knew the word ponding. John Stuper, he actually became the Yale coach. And you know who played for him? Ron DeSantis.
Well, how about that?
Yeah.
I didn't even know Ron DeSantis was a ball player.
Yeah, no, evidently he was pretty good.
To take a look at his sports reference page in between innings.
Okay. Now we gotta get these CVC seedings done.
1-2, wave and a miss, and Pala is the second strikeout victim of the day, and there's quickly 2 out, and here comes Henry Ham.
Number 1, Henry Ham.
Not sure how the rain is affecting either side. Is it getting in the batter's eyes?
Well, it's affecting the field.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it's a ball hit, get ready for some Keystone Cops.
First pitch to Ham is a breaking ball. It's taken just a bit high for ball 1.
But no, Point Park, we've sent a couple guys to the major leagues. I forget the names of the guys after I left, but they were always in NAIA power. Now they made the jump to D2. Curious to see how they do.
1-0 pitch, fastball taken for a strike.
I'm not even worried about the players anymore, Jared. I'm worried about us. It's starting.
It's raining. Is it raining so hard you call me Jared?
I did call you Jared, Jordan.
We're inside too.
I know, but are you having trouble seeing out the window now?
A little bit. It's now a ball and 2 strikes.
Certainly, I'm like, I need to turn windshield wipers on.
I'm certainly not going to open this window.
No. We're not taking one for the team.
1-2 pitch to Henry Ham. Ground ball towards third. In on the grass was Marr, and that's probably smart. The throw across the diamond is in time to get him. And so another scoreless frame for Maglione. We're through 1.5 here from Steinert. 1-0 Spartans on top.
Hamilton Township in Mercer County is fortunate to have many fine businesses that serve our community. Saul Funeral Home is a 4th-generation family-owned business proud to support our local schools and community. Their compassionate and caring staff is there for you and your family. They'll bring the closure you deserve while also celebrating the life of your loved one. Visit their website at saulfuneralhomes.com. That's saulfuneralhomes.com. Saul Funeral Home at 3795 Nottingham Way, Hamilton Square.
There really is nothing like a home team advantage. That's why Team Toyota makes a great choice for your next vehicle purchase or service. With our MVP pricing guarantee, teammate rewards program, and streamlined customer experience, our award-winning operation ensures that you can trust our process. A home team advantage is nothing without the community. Our employees are part of our family, part of your town, and we're all part of the team. We're always here for you at one of our 3 locations in Princeton, Langhorne, and Glen Mills.
Hi, I'm Merrill Reese. Kessel Dermatology offers top-of-the-line medical-grade skincare products manufactured in the USA. They're tested and developed by a team of board-certified dermatology experts, and they come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Take care of your skin. Schedule an appointment with Kessel Dermatology.
Welcome back here to Steinert High School. As you can see, the tarp has been put on the field, and we have just been informed that we're going to wrap this game up today after just a inning and a half, as the field, as I'm sure you can see, has been determined that it has become unplayable. And Fish, before we go off the air, though, you got to let everybody know about the newly introduced CVC bracket, the inaugural baseball CVC tournament bracket.
Exactly. Before we go, we want to give everybody the seedings. You could also get these on my Facebook page or my Twitter page at Fish for Scores. But if you're listening now, you don't need to go there. Number 1, Robbinsville has a bye. First of all, these first-round games will all be played on Friday, May 9th. That's this Friday, and they will be at the higher seed. So number 1, Robbinsville has a bye. Number 8, Steinert will host number 9, Hamilton West. Number 5, Allentown will host 12th-seeded West Windsor-Plainsboro North. Number 4, Notre Dame will host number 13, Princeton Day School. Number 3, Heightstown hosting number 14, Ewing. Number 6, Hopewell will host West Windsor-Plainsboro South. Number 7, Nottingham hosting number 10, Princeton. And number 2, Lawrence will host number 15, Trenton High. Robbinsville will play the winner of the West Steinert game. All the second-round games, the quarterfinal games, will be on Tuesday, May 13th at the higher seed. The semifinals will be at Veterans at DeMayo Field in Veterans Park on May 16th, which is a Friday, May 16th. And the championship game will be at Trenton Thunder Ballpark on Tuesday, May 20th. So that is your CVC tournament brackets, and should be a great tournament.
Well, Fish, that means we've hit on now all the important parts, all the stuff that we discussed pregame, right, that we were
yes.
going to go over. I'll read through some of our lovely sponsor before we wrap it up here. So WBCB sports fans, you can get 10% off your food check at the Blend Restaurant on 911 Route 33 in Hamilton. Celebrating 50 years of business, supporting your community is Haldeman Ford on Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They've got a great selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Here yesterday, here today, here tomorrow, celebrating their 50th year in business. Hamilton Township Division of Health offers a variety of free services to keep you and your community healthy. You can visit hamiltonnj.com/health for more information, services, and upcoming clinics and eligibility. Since 1899, proud to be a part of your greater Hamilton Township community is Saul Funeral Home. They support our community and has guided families in Mercer County when they need it the most. You can visit their website, saulfuneralhomes.com. Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. Italian People's Bakery, they're proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. You can visit them at their signature location, 63 Butler Street, for the finest rolls, deli meats, pastries. Have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936. Trenton Thunder Baseball returns for the 2025 season Wednesday, June 4th. Ticket information, visit trentonthunder.com or call 609-394-3300. At 1655 North Olden Avenue is Hyundai of Trenton. You can get over 1,400 tariff-free cars. They're ready to go over there at Hyundai of Trenton on 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Today's game, what was played at least of it, was brought to you by Team Toyota, Kessel Dermatology, the Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, Saul Funeral Homes, the Hamilton Township School District, the New Jersey Education Association, Chris Auto Body, Hamilton Township Education Association, the Blend Restaurant, Haldeman Ford, Hamilton Township Division of Health, Saul Funeral Homes, the Trentonian, the Italian People's Bakery, Trenton Thunder, and Hyundai of Trenton. This game gets called after just an inning and a half with Steinert on top 1-0. One final time now for the entire crew. For my broadcast partner, Rich Fisher, Brianne O'Neill, she produced today's stream. Ethan Maldonado did the camera work. My name's Jordan Hirsch saying thank you for watching. Have a great night, everybody.